Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to Casually Hardcore. My name is Rhyan Neco, and I am thrilled that this is the month of March because this month kicks off the 2023 USA Boxing National Qualifiers going down right here in Detroit, Michigan at the Huntington Center, March 20th through the 25th. And you are about to witness a conversation that I got to have with the cream of the crop, the national cream of the national crop. That is 13-time national champion Khalil Harvey Jr., 4-time national champ Thomas Covington, and their coach, Coach K of Team Cartel. And these guys really inspire me because they are unabashedly loud about their love and passion for the sport of boxing. And not only do they talk the talk, but they walks the walk. So please sit back, relax, and check us out.
As you all may or may not know, the legacy of Detroit boxing has been cemented through greats like Joe Louis, like Tommy Hearns, like Milton McCrory, Cornelius Bundridge, Cornelius Locke, Tony Harrison. There's so many greats that have been known and been notarized as greats in boxing who are right here from Detroit. And today I am here because that legacy will continue through future greats, such as the two young men that I have today. And between these two gentlemen, there are a total of 17 national championship titles between them. So today I am here welcoming to Casually Hardcore, Khalil Harvey Jr. and Mr. Thomas Covington. Welcome back to Casually Hardcore. You all feeling good today?
Yeah, I feel good.
I feel great.
Great. So let's just hop right into it.
Right.
We got 17 national championships between you. Khalil, you have 13 of them. Thomas, you have 4 national championships.
Yep.
That is tremendous, no? I mean, why is that a big deal?
Because not most people can do it. You gotta work hard. You gotta want it. Can't just do the sport just to do it. You gotta really want to do it.
Right.
You can't play in boxing. You can get hurt in the ring. So everything you do is like you gotta take it serious.
Mm-hmm. And these 17 national titles between the two of you, they're eventually going to lead to you becoming what?
A world champ.
World champs as professional boxers,
Yeah.
but also like you all hope maybe to represent the U.S. in the Olympics.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if they don't cancel.
Yeah, if they don't cancel it, yeah.
What do you all know about, or what have you heard in the rumblings regarding the Olympics being canceled? Where are you all like up to date with this?
I just know that on USA Boxing page, they was talking about like not having the Olympics in 2028 or something like that. And maybe not even in 2024. They might have it in 2024, but I don't know. They just talking about taking USA Boxing out of it. So.
And KK, do you have anything to add to that, or is that about what you've heard and read too?
Yeah.
Same for me, really. I mean, I do know that the International Olympic Committee, so the people that say, hey, these are the Olympics, these are all the sports that are going on in the Olympics, they're trying to get it together with the IBA, or the International Boxing Association. But it seems like there's just a lot of back and forth and not too much cooperation going on from the IBA. So I think for the 2024 Olympics that are supposed to go on in Paris, definitely boxing is on the schedule, but it's not going to be ran by the IBA. At the time, I think that the international, the Gymnastics Federation is going to run that. So, to me, I don't want to be all doom and gloom, but it does sound like a scary thing if the Boxing Association or the International Boxing Association isn't running the Olympics in Paris in 2024.
Right.
You all would qualify, am I right, for the 2028 Olympics?
Yeah. Yep.
But it's not slated to be on the schedule as of now.
Right.
So that being said, how does that make you feel?
Just making me feel like it's like a waste of time and not waste of time, but like waste of my elite years as an amateur. So because when you're elite, you want to go fight and try to make it to the Olympics. So it's just like it's a waste of my elite years, just grinding, staying in the gym, putting in work just to go to the Olympics. So It's just done.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
And then my fault for cutting you off, but and then it made young amateurs like, cause I done seen a couple young amateurs saying like, oh they not gonna have the Olympics, so I'm just gonna turn pro. So it's just making kids not even want to be amateurs no more, I guess. So I don't know.
But now you all are amateurs right now.
Yeah.
You think it's important to be amateurs and learn and grow up through amateur programs, right?
Yes, for the experience.
Got it. So amateur programs, you're saying, makes you all better boxers.
Yeah. Sure.
But but then you're saying that people who you've talked to are saying if the Olympics aren't going to be in the future, then they're not going to even continue to pursue an amateur career.
Yep.
And so, one more time, like, how do you think that will result? Like, what does that do for amateur boxers coming up?
The Olympics give you more looks, like, for, like, pros and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So canceling Olympic boxing is to the detriment, to the ending of young boxers coming up, you think?
Right. Yeah. Something like that. Yep.
It's a sad, sad thing.
Because, like, you won't be seeing most of the people, like Jay Prince and all them, come to, the tournaments, right? Like, probably every once in a while. 'Cause I seen them probably only once. You don't really see that, so. And then we always in Detroit. In my opinion, I feel like they not gonna come all out here. You feel me? So they mostly be either in Vegas or in Houston.
Got it. Yeah. So, the only thing it sounds like we can do really is keep hope alive that the IBA and the IOC will find some type of resolution to continue Olympic boxing.
Right.
If there's anything that you wanted to say to the IBA about Olympic boxing and cooperation with the IOC, what would you say?
I would say don't take USA boxing away from the Olympics, because that's a lot of kids' dream to go to the Olympics. So
Yeah.
I mean, you all know I announce at the national tournaments and stuff like that.
Right.
USA Boxing has got your back. USA Boxing, they don't plan on stopping the program at all. They plan on continuing to funnel young boxers and their careers and help, with amateur boxing.
Yeah.
From talks of people who are higher up in USA Boxing, you have nothing to worry about as far as people seeing your skills in this nation. We talked about USA Boxing. We talked about the tournaments that you ran. Let's talk about some accolades that happened last year. Thomas, you are the youngest boxer in your weight division to win this past year.
yeah, yep. I was the youngest. I was the youngest in my weight class, and it was a lot of older and bigger fighters in the weight class too, because I had just moved up from 114 to 119, and then I moved up another age group. So it was more stronger fighters, more older, experienced fighters, and I beat them. So it was a big deal to me, because it showed me that like my skill is there. So yeah.
Do you think that puts like a monkey on your back or a target on your back? Have you heard from any of your competitors?
Yeah, for sure.
What's the word?
Like they want to beat me, like they gotta try to beat me. I'm the person to beat. So
Word.
yeah.
Okay. Well, how you feel about that, being the person to beat?
I feel good, because it leads a lot of stuff my way. So I'm gonna knock them down.
All right, heard that.
Yeah.
And Mr. 13-time national champ, you just moved up in weight class also this past year.
I'm going up to 90 this time in March. So hopefully I get some competition.
Got it. Because do you feel like the competition wasn't as competitive in this current weight class?
Well, to be honest, no. Because I ain't trying to send no shots at nobody, but,
Right.
just too much for them.
Yeah, you are trying to get better, so you need to fight the best.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But how was your experience this past national tournament moving up?
Moving up, I just know I'm a target. Like, people want to fight me. People want to get to the championship to fight me, because it was few dudes in my weight class that really wanted to fight me, and got to fight me, and I got the best of them.
Got it. So you talked about fighting here in March. USA Boxing's National Qualifiers is the tournament you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's in Detroit.
Right.
How y'all feel about National Qualifiers being in Detroit?
I'm happy that it's in Detroit because usually like my mama and stuff, they don't be able to come watch me fight in tournaments. So now like they gonna be there to be able to see me fight. So that's gonna really make me
It's
fight
gonna
even
motivate.
better.
It's gonna motivate us. And it's gonna push me harder.
Yep.
Do y'all feel like this is your tournament, so to speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's like we gotta win. It's like it's in our city, so there's no way that we should be losing. So, yeah.
Word. It is in your city.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how, you all train with a lot of boxers from Toledo too, Team Cartel.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's just a hop, skip, and a jump away. Toledo is what, like 45 minutes outside of Detroit. So how is your entire team feeling about what's the talks been about the tournament being in Detroit?
Our team, I mean, it's not Toledo, not that far, so it's basically like it's not their tournament, but like it's close enough to where like they family, friends, and everybody can come out to watch them too. So it's big. So yeah.
Got it. Have you all started camp yet?
Uh,
Or when does that kind
we-
of?
We already started camp because the Silver Gloves.
Oh, got it. The Silver
Yeah,
Glove that
Silver
just
Glove's
occurred
coming
in
up.
Toledo in January. Oh, how was that experience? I wasn't there. Can you tell us a little bit?
It was good. I fought twice, and I won both days, and I got a stoppage the second day.
Oh,
So,
word.
yeah.
Do you remember the official time?
Second round,
It was the
about-
second.
round?
Yeah, I
Second
know
round,
it's the
1
second
minute
round.
and I think it was 1 minute and 20-something seconds.
Wow. Round
Yeah,
two,
I'm in
huh?
20. Yep.
Okay, that's what's up. KK, did you fight?
My dude pulled out.
Oh, got it. That's such is life, right? I mean, how many times has that happened to you in your career thus far where you come to fight and then people pull out?
I don't know.
More than once?
I don't know. Probably. I can't even keep count.
And do you think that they're pulling out because they know who they're about to go up against, or is it something else typically?
I don't know. Probably, it's me.
You're not even worried about it, it sound like.
Huh?
All right, well, that's what's up. I have noticed, though, that, in these national tournaments, you all do come deep. Is that because everybody that's with you is boxing in the tournaments, or is it, more of a moral support thing and everybody isn't boxing? Are all those people that come
Yeah,
with you
both.
boxing?
It's like both. Most of the fighters, they box. Some of them just come to support or come get some sparring. And then we got my mom, my sister, and all those coaches and fathers and team moms. Well, my mom is probably the only team mom, but just coming to support. It motivates us because the moms don't even be my mom, she don't be weak on us. She motivates us. She pushes us to go harder. And I feel like every team need a team mom to motivate them.
Heck yeah. So, and that's right. It's a lot of behind the scenes that goes into this, right? So the team moms, besides motivation, right? Besides that moral support, what other types of things are your team moms doing?
She
for the
cook.
team?
She cook. She train us. Our mom, she do all that.
Okay.
She be
Shout
trying
out
to do
your
it. She be trying to do a little bit work. Yeah, shout out to my mom.
Okay, that's good. That's awesome to hear because a lot of people don't get shine in this that make it happen.
Right.
So dang, it sounds like she's powering, giving you the nutrition you need,
Yeah.
giving you continuing the skills that you need to continue to be great. So that is awesome. So you got fighter of Junior Olympics tournament, the youngest champion in your weight class at the national championships. Are there any? Those are pretty big statements.
Yeah, and then he
and
got
I,
USA Boxing Fighter of the Year.
Yeah, I won. I was the undefeated fighter of the year last year.
Wow.
Yeah, and they posted it and had me up there and everything. Yeah.
So it sounds like you all are, at the pinnacle of where you can be in amateur boxing.
Yeah.
What other goals do you all have for the year? How can you best yourself this year?
They talking about having the Golden Gloves for kids my age. So the Golden Gloves is a big thing in Detroit. Like Detroit, like they really like the Golden Gloves. So if I win the Golden Gloves, then yeah, that would be big for me too.
All right. All right. Are there any boxers in Detroit that compete in Golden Gloves that you'd like to go up against that you know of?
No, I just worry about the people in the Nationals. I don't even worry about them, but like no, not being cocky or anything. Like for real, like I don't feel like nobody in the city could beat me in my weight class. So not being cocky and none of that. I'm just saying.
But at 119,
Yeah, 119. Nobody.
they not seeing you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna put it out there. I mean, why
Not even from like in the city. Just being honest. Look, nobody from any weight class I fought at like 112 to like 132. They not gonna beat me.
KK?
I
How
feel
you
the
feeling
same.
about that?
I feel the same way.
What is that? What do you feel?
The experience, and it's me. Like I'm him.
And then another thing is like not even just saying nothing, like not sending no shots, none of that. But it's the coaches, the experience that we got, and it's just like we travel, we move around, we do a lot of stuff that people in the city don't do. So it's expected for us to be like this. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel.
Word.
Yeah.
And today, I mean, your dad brought you here, Khalil Harvey Sr., which is one of the coaches of Team Cartel.
Yep.
So, I mean, we're gonna get to definitely hear from him today and just really dive into a little bit more of the behind the scenes, the coaching side. Is there anything that you all want to say to coaches of amateur boxers, professional boxers, you know, like any words from fighter to coach?
When Detroit had the little, what's it called? The little silver gloves?
Coaches
The coaches
and
of the year, the fighter of the year. They gave it to some, like, I don't know. I don't want to send those shots or be like, I want to stay humble, but like, come on now, like we over here putting in the work. Coach, my dad putting in the work. He taking kids to nationals, like every national, spending his money on us, paying his hard time and his hard work.
And then like out of us, like we won like under his name, we won like 20 we went like 27-1 through the whole last year. So that's big. Like that should have at least gave him upper on the little thing that they gave out. And then I feel like either me or KK should have got the fighter of the year because I went undefeated last year. I won every tournament they had last year. And I'm also made the USA team, so I feel like I should have had it. And KK, he only had one loss. Other than that, he won all the other tournaments and everything. So I feel like either me or him could have had it. So.
Right.
So does that lack of acknowledgement, does it make you all feel down on yourself, or does it motivate you to?
It motivates us.
Yeah,
It pushes
I don't
us
feel
to go harder.
like it don't make me feel down. It's just like, all right, you gave it to him, but I mean, he really didn't deserve it like we did.
So you're just gonna keep showing?
Yeah, so yeah, all you can do is just keep showing it. So
They don't. I know that they don't put in the work we do, you know, and I just feel like that's gonna just push us harder and make us want to win more, and make us want to do it more. So we just keep pushing ourselves, keep winning, and just do what we gotta do.
Say less, young brothers. Well, I think that's a great segue to talk to Coach Team Cartel, Khalil Harvey Sr. Thank you all so much for talking to me, and I'm gonna look forward to seeing you all this year.
Yep.
You already started off 2023 great with the what was the tournament?
Silver gloves, yep.
Silver gloves, right?
Already.
We got nationals
going
in
up.
February, the first week of February.
The Silver Glove Nationals. Got it. And where's that gonna be?
Missouri.
Oh, in Independence, Missouri?
Yep.
Is
Yeah.
that right? Okay, got it. So I'll look to make sure I tap in with you all. Best skills to you in Independence next month. And
Thank
then
you.
we really look forward to seeing you at National Qualifiers in Detroit. That's huge.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
best of luck, best of skill, and let's hear from Coach Khalil.
Thank you.
Yep.
Right now with head coach of Team Cartel Detroit, Khalil Harvey Sr. We just got done talking to your fighters, and they expressed a few things about just Olympics, their past year, their upcoming year. and you've had a part to play in all of this.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
talk a little bit about your role as head coach, the organization of Team Cartel? How is it all structured?
Okay, Team Cartel is structured like this here. I'm the head coach of Team Cartel Detroit. Rob Mumford is the head coach over Team Cartel as a conglomerate or as a team. My part is I do a lot of the strength and conditioning, situational coaching, and performance. So I get off into like a lot of details of what need to be done throughout the training camps or whatnot.
Got it. So you're a very intricate part of this program.
Yes.
About how
Yeah.
many boxers do you all have right now?
Right now it's 18 that fight nationally, but we got a little team coming in. So altogether we got close to 30 youngsters.
Wow. And out of how long have you been coaching for Team Cartel?
We've been together now going on 7 years,
And
7 years.
So out of those 6 or 7 years, are you able to tell me about how many national titles you all have accomplished?
In total, we close to 100 national strong, because you got to realize, just with KK Thomas is 17, and then outside of KK Thomas, you got to remember I had Ferris Dixon, I had Albert Ballard, I had Playboy. What's his name? What's Playboy real name? Can't remember. Yeah, Devin Croswell. I done had a few other fighters that I have trained in the local area. Then I done trained other fighters or coach alongside with Anthony Anderson, which everybody knows is Tony Jack. I done help him with his son. So I've been around for a while.
Right.
I got close to myself personally between 38 and 42 nationals.
Wow. So those types of numbers to me sound outstanding, right?
Yes,
Like
yes.
more than most people probably have in a lifetime.
Right.
What does that mean? What should people take away from knowing that you've had to do with over 100 national titles?
I don't look for no pat on the back. I do it because I really feel like I enjoy mentoring the children or mentoring these youngsters and have them progress in what they want to do. I really enjoy it. I have a passion for it, from the exercise and to the discipline to the situational coaching or to the extremes of it. You know, I'm a real extreme coach. I try to push you to the brink of death and resuscitate you and let you know I love you. And I mean, that's the type of coach I am. So I really like what I see in the development. And I always use Thomas as an example lately. When Thomas first came to me, he made it to the quarterfinals or the finals, but he never got over that hump. So when he got with us, his first year of getting with us, he won his national.
The first year.
The first year. As a matter of fact, it was after COVID. He came to me during COVID. After he got with me, he won his first national in 2 years ago in December. So just knowing that or watching that, because I done watched Thomas grow up since he was 7, 8 years old. Him and my son have been friends since they were 7, 8 years old. So I watched them develop into the fighter he's become. You know what I mean? So it allows me to see that I'm on the right track.
Got it. So you talk about basically this is a passion of yours. You do this for the love.
I do it for the love.
How did you get involved in boxing? Was it just, something to do, or how did it come about?
I've been involved with boxing basically all my life. I had an uncle named my Uncle Red. He showed me how to box when I was maybe 10, 11 years old, and I just kept the fire and the passion for it. I never went anywhere with it far as the amateur or pros because of my upbringing or situations that prevented me from going into it. But I've always had love for it. I continue to grow. I continue to love it. I continue to develop new ideas and concepts of growing into it. You know what I mean? So I've been in it over 40 years, but I've been coaching for the last 12. but I've been on the national circuit for the last 7 years.
Got it. So it sounds like boxing has been something that's intricate to you as a person, you as a man.
Yes.
So to hear, I mean, that boxing in the Olympics may not happen as soon as 2028 for the Los Angeles Games. How does that affect you, if at all?
To be honest with you, I don't have no opinion on it one way or another. And by me saying that, it's because I'm gonna still have a passion and love for it for the next set of kids that I develop and grow. So if it's part of history or if it's part of the development to the next stage of the pro level, okay, cool. If not, okay, cool. Because you don't know what's going on with the politics. We always known, and you starting to learn that the politics of boxing is the politics of boxing, good or bad, right or wrong. So what can I do? How can I change? You know what I mean?
Got it. So correct me if I'm wrong, you're saying whatever happens with Olympic boxing, you're gonna box regardless. You're gonna coach regardless.
Regardless,
Your
irregardless,
guys
I'm
are
there.
gonna continue to
develop.
excel in that sport regardless.
Yes.
Okay, word.
The end game is really to be a prize fighter for the money. So whatever we have to do to continue to develop and be excellent and excel at the same time, we're going to continue to do that.
Okay. Is there anything that is out of your control that you feel like you could receive support or help with that will contribute to the excelling of your boxers?
Honestly, I don't know, because the support hasn't always been there. It's coming around as of lately over the years, but far as to say what could help or what could take away or what could help develop a program, we have to do it. We can't talk about it. It can't be the what ifs. We just have to do it. You know what I mean? We can't, like, I feel like this here, all the coaches in Detroit, we should come together, just like Kronk did. You know, be up under one umbrella, figure it out. I don't care who the head coach is. What I do care about is developing these youngsters and having them excel on the national stage. That should be the beginning, because you know what the end game is. So if we can help each other develop and excel these youngsters, let's do it.
What do you think prevents their currently from being one umbrella? Is it just nobody's mentioned this before, or what do you think?
I mentioned this before because I didn't want to be a head coach. When I first started off with as a coach, I didn't come in as a coach. I came in as a strength and conditioning coach. I didn't come in as a boxing coach. I came in and I went to every gym in the city and I said, look, let's put this program together. Let's do this, do this, do this, do this. I don't want to be the head coach. Whoever decides to be the head coach, be the head coach. But let's formulate a game plan that will allow us to be one. I don't have no ego. I learn every day from this game. I learn different scenarios of boxing every day. I'm seriously and truly a student of the game. Like, I might decide that today we're dealing with feints. We might deal with different foot placement, different head movements, different way of turning your shots over and still being effective with power. You know what I mean? So the only way we can really do that as a city, we got to come together and stop letting our egos and our pride get in the way. You know what I mean? I know I have an ego and I'm a prideful man, but I'm also willing to be in a situation to develop these youngsters. And by me being that way, that allows me to grow. Because I'm not, like, the way I started off as a coach is different than how I am now. What I know now, if I knew 3-4 years ago, I'd be a better coach than what I am now. But I continuously grow. I continuously watch and develop from going to these nationals, going to different sparring sessions, rubbing elbows with different coaches and staying humble and open to what allows you to grow as a coach. That helps the team to develop. You know what I mean?
Is there any type of experience that has helped you put, like, what sounds like maybe prior ego or prior pride to the side? What was that like changing moment for you to say, you know what, I need to change how I coach a little bit or change my mindset?
Going to the Nationals and taking my first 4 losses allowed me to realize that it's a lot to learn. Like how you wrap hands, how you prepare mentally and physically for a fight. Like a lot of our kids here don't even know what it takes to really be in the ring and fight hard for 3 rounds, 60 seconds, or whatever. It's different because the stage is different, the lights is different, and even like the environment is different. If you're not acclimated to the environment, you can't really perform like you really want to. Because if you just practice or train in your gym, you never know how you're gonna respond outside of your gym. Because your gym is a comfort zone. You gotta go into a war zone because you gotta realize boxing is really a game of chess or war with a physical outcome. I mean, so you gotta really attack it like that.
Got it. So in your line of thinking, and help me, the chess game would be, or the ideal chess game is, come together as one entire unity in the city, one unit in the city.
Yes.
That then develops more world champs or
Yes.
more championship prize fighters.
Yes.
Then what's the result of that? If you have multiple champs in a city all at the same time, or, you know,
We could be a prideful city again. You got to remember that at once upon a time, Detroit was feared and respected because of our boxing, because of our meanness, because of our grit and our grind. All that's been faded away. Like within the last 10 years, I done watched Detroit boxing lose its luster and the respect of the nation. You know what I mean? So let's get back to when, if you want to get that work, you got to go to Detroit. If you want to get beat up, let's go to Detroit. If you want to get schooled, let's go to Detroit. We need to get back to where the respect factor is there.
Do you see an inkling of it coming back as of now? Or, like, do you see hope for that? Is there a little bit of
The
light?
only hope right now is 2 gyms that I see because I'm involved with them or I have a relationship with them is World's Best Boxing Gym and Superbad. I see that they have the potential to do what I spoke on because they're constantly grinding. They constantly interacting with other boxers and coaches. I mean, they constantly growing. It's just that we need more of that from all the coaches, all the gyms. We should come together at least once a month and figure it out as coaches. We should come together once a month and figure it out as boxers and see what happened. Because don't nobody have all the answers to the question. You know what I mean?
Sounds like a whole lot of emotional maturity you got going on over there. So that's awesome. That's awesome.
No, it's not. It's just that I really see the difference in a lot of it because of my travel. You got to realize we just did this maybe 2 weeks ago. Me and Coach Rob, you know how you could track how many different cities you done been in and you and fought in?
Okay, right.
We done been to close to 460 cities over the last 10 years. That's a lot of cities.
Yeah.
That's a lot of experience.
Yeah, that's like 40-something cities a year.
Oh yeah, we travel. Like right now, we here, we didn't go. They just went to Omaha, Nebraska yesterday. You know what I mean? And we have a plan on going to Miami, Florida to fight after the Silver Glove Nationals, February 17th. So we travel because the experience is for the youngsters.
So help me, that just blew my mind. How do you eat? Like, if you're, it sounds like you're a full-time father. Sounds like you're a full-time coach. Do you have a full-time job? Like, how do you all manage all of it? It sounds very expensive.
It's like donations, fundraisers, but mostly it'd be like fundraisers. Or like we have a clothing line that it do okay. And it's called King KK Clothing. I know
One
you've
more
seen
time.
King KK Clothing. So we usually do that or whatever. And then me and my wife make a lot of sacrifices. You know what I mean? She have a good job. And then the monies that come from different kids that I coach, goes towards that. You know what I mean? So it's expensive. It's very expensive.
Right. So it sounds like the expenses could be like less impactful if there were more people to join the endeavor and if there was a unification between gyms.
Yeah. It'll take away a lot of the burden. Like, you got to realize how we survived Team Cartel. The coaches split it up between 5 and 6 ways, so it's less of a burden. So food, travel, and lodging, we may come out of $2,000 a piece, but that's because
40 times a year.
Yeah. So after this broadcast, right? Mm-hmm. Whenever we do fundraisers, I'm gonna make sure that Neco Rhyan help us have an impact on people coming to donate and support us.
Of course.
Because it's not easy. Like, I can't wait to see how the city show up and show out in March.
I know.
Because this is what people don't understand. And I'm saying this humbly. I really want my city to show up and show out. But March, if all the national participants that I know that's constantly on the national circuit show up, we're going to have some gun smoke here. Everybody going to get to experience a lot of heartache and a lot of butt whoopings, because it's going to be serious. You done been around now. So you know a lot of the people that think they can fight or know a little something, it's not what you think. Because you really have to coach. It's really a chess match out there. There ain't no checkers. You can't be a subpar chess player. You got to really know what you're doing out there.
Word.
At all times of every minute of every round.
Yes, I have seen the competition at the national stage, and it gets real sticky. So I'm particularly excited to see how Detroit performs on this national stage.
Correct.
For the qualifiers. But yeah, I guess we gonna see.
We gonna see. It's a lot different. And then the pressure that's gonna be on so many people.
But listen, pressure though, isn't that made up? Shouldn't there be?
I'm cool as the other side of the pillow, like my man Stu used to say, because I've been in it so long. But at once upon a time, I used to be nervous at every tournament, every show, every event, because I never know what was going to be the outcome from the judging, the refereeing, how the children was going to perform up under the bright lights, how the children was going to perform up under an unexpected 8 count or a fall. It's like, now I'm just cool. You watch me in the corner. I say what I say. Like, you know, most people already know I'm famously known for my unorthodox cadences or instructions of the kids. So you got people that's watching, like, trying to figure out what is that cadence that he called in the day. But that developed over the years of being in a pressure cooker. Now I just sit back and help the kids perform at a high level.
It's interesting that you talk about, you know, pressure from all sides. You talked about not only the boxers, not only you as a coach, but then you're talking about pressure that could be implemented on judges and referees and that type of, and that side of the game.
Yes.
Is there anything that you appreciate about judges and refs in these tournaments? I know, like, they get a lot of flack. Yeah, what do you...
Like, lately, I like the way USA Boxing has been doing it. The first couple of days, they allow new refs and new judges to come in and learn the game. But when it's Super Bowl Saturday, what I call Super Bowl Saturday, when it's championship night, they put all the best qualified participants or coaches and refs there. Because it's a lot you have to see. It's a lot you have to judge. It's a lot you have to stay in that box of critiquing an amateur fight on. So I like what's happening. We all have that one point that we don't, but it's a development of it.
Word. Cheers to development. I do know, you know, just from me being around lately, me seeing when I'm at the national tournaments, I'm like in our hotel rooms, I'm rooming with one of the judges, and she, talks about how much she studies, like the test taking that goes into it. So, I do know that USA Boxing is really trying to make sure that there's a unified competency amongst judges, and they want people. They want to keep bringing them in. They do want the best of the best, and I think that's why they put them head to head. So it's good to hear that a coach can see that too. From
Yeah,
the
it's
outside looking
changing
in.
because when we first started, they didn't even count jabs or body work. Yes, the first time we ever went to the Nationals, we went to Ringside National, that they told us in the coaches meeting up under the Pee Wee, Bantam, and Intermediate that they didn't even consider a jab or body shots as being in positions of power. Now, jazz body work is a beautiful thing. It seemed like they fading out the old regime to where it is amateur boxing is starting to get judged more with a pro style critique. So it's making it easier to understand because the end game is the pros. So if you constantly having it at the lower levels from the pee-wees, the juniors, the youth and elite, all the same, how would you benefit and be able to transition from that to the pros?
Okay. Word. So shout out to the evolution. We appreciate that for sure. Is there anything that you're looking forward to evolving this year as far as coaching is concerned?
Well, you got to look at it both from all our boys that went into a different age group and division. Mm-hmm. We got most of our boys is juniors and youth now. So that's like
it's go time.
It's go time. Mm-hmm. All that other stuff was just homework. Now we got to be able to make sure we didn't took the right notes and go forward with it.
Meaning, and just for people who may not know, like the youth, that's a step up from the novice division, the bantam division. Now,
all that's different. You got to realize the development stages is the pee-wees, bantams, and intermediate. I understand that now. I understand it fully. Now that it's the juniors, the youth, and the elite, now you got to look at it totally different. Because Thomas fighting as a youth now. That's 3 minutes. So we got 3 minutes to play. Lil K fight at 2 minutes. He been fighting at, they didn't move the times up on everything within the last 24 months anyway. But now we're able to see how to control that square, control the time. So now we developing it. So every time I learn something different with Thomas, I can help develop Lil K. When I'm learning to develop Lil K, the next youngsters get all that at one time. So it's helping develop everything.
Got it. So as far as optimism is concerned and just forward thinking for the year, if there's one word that, or maybe even a sentence that could summarize your mindset and your thoughts into this upcoming boxing year, 2023, what would it be?
Consistent, persistent, and quality development.
Say less. Say less. Consistent, persistent, quality of development.
Yes.
That sounds like a life motto right there. I appreciate that.
I just came off the top of the head with that because I was just thinking about
dome,
it.
huh?
That's off the dome. It's just something that I really see that's going to be the necessary steps to go forward. I mean, it's like it's no other way.
Well, cheers to going forward. I look forward to seeing you in the corners this year and for years after. I thank you so much for coming to talk to me today here in Take Studios at Casually Hardcore. And I'll make sure I get all the information from you so that people can support the outside endeavors to help continue this whole machine that is Team Cartel Detroit.
Yes.
And all of that. So, I appreciate your time. And is there anything else that you may want to add?
Yeah, I want to get a little arrogant right quick.
Okay.
Out of 1,100 coaches, that's on the that's in USA Boxing, I'm ranked pretty high. I'm like at number 2 in the nation with 81% winning ratio. So for all you haters, that's it.
They better know. Is that what
They
it is?
better know.
All right. So what? For all you haters, what? Go ahead. Finish this.
For all you haters, it's not stopping. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming. So get ready. I love the pressure that is applied to me. Be ready for the pressure that I'm about to apply to you.
Well, there's nothing else that needs to be said, Coach K. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I hope they heard you.
I hope you
know,
heard me, because I'm
hope-
coming.
I hope y'all heard him, because it sounds like he's coming. So get ready. Thank you all so much for tuning into Casually Hardcore once again. My name is Rhyan Neco, your host, and you can follow me at Rhyan Neco. That's RHYAN_Neco on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I am at Casually Hardcore Rye. But we'll link the YouTube. We'll link it all so that you all won't have to struggle to find me. But until next time, thanks again for joining.